guys know switching it up is everything, especially if you are Forever Chrissy, okay? If you guys are new here, welcome. Now's a great time to subscribe. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Love Me 22-inch undetectable new upgraded breathable cap. And so without further ado, let's jump right into this. Now, first things first, you guys know I always have to get right into the packaging. You guys can see they have this beautiful purple, deep purple box that does actually have a cute little ribbon on it, which literally it's not a true ribbon. You can just pop this baby off. And then of course when you open up the box, they do greet you here with a cute little message. And then there are a few other goodies on the inside. So of course you will get the unit. And the unit actually looks like it did come pre-curled. Of course, the knots are pre-bleached, pre-plucked. All that you have to do is pop this baby on and go. And of course, you guys know they always throw in a wig cap. So I also noticed that they added a wig grip. Now this came in the color clear. I'm not too sure how I feel about it. I typically use one that is more closer to my skin tone. And I really only use this in the wintertime because it's so yellow. In the meantime, y'all know I have been using my True Scalp tape to install my wigs. They did actually give a paddle brush inside of this box. So y'all, it seems like we have pretty much everything we need to install this gluelessly. Let's go ahead and check out what the cap looks like. So straight out of the gate, I am noticing that this cap does have a ton of parting space. It's 5 by 5 inches of parting space. You guys can do a middle part, C part, slanted part, a bang, whatever it is that you feel. You guys know the curtain bangs are in. And then of course the cap has a ton of stretch and it is breathable. Now you guys know sometimes we get the construction of breathable caps, but then they lose that stretch factor, right? And so we're not really sure how long they're gonna last. This one is stitched to perfection, super airy, super lightweight, and all that I'm looking forward to doing at this point is installing the unit. So now of course the cap does actually have adjustable straps, so I took advantage of that. I went ahead and just looped it to the closest one right on the sides of where that bottom wig comb is, and then of course adjusted the elastic band as well because we're gonna be wearing this, you guessed it, glueless. Now whenever you guys see in the title I say that you can wear a wig glueless, if you want the extra security, feel free to add some glue if you want to. Bow hold, okay, will do the job, but for me I just don't feel the need because typically I'm only wearing my wigs for the day. I like to sleep just like this with my cornrows. Y'all already know, okay? All right, so here is the wig, and like I said, this is 22 inches. I can't really tell from here if there has been any like pre-cut layer. So far it doesn't really look like it, which I kind of appreciate because I wasn't sure if I really want to do like a curtain bang. Am I feeling the middle part? So we'll go with the flow. Y'all know I love to do these types of videos, and we'll see what we come up with. Now for the wig grip, I'm gonna try it on just to see how I feel about it, but typically True Scalp tape is the go-to. So this is what the wig grip looks like, and ideally it has these like small little silicone or plastic, I'm not even sure the material, but yes, there's like these little dots that kind of stick up, and ideally what they'll do is literally grip the inside of the wig because it is lace, right? So it's just gonna grip it to prevent it from moving all around. So I'm just gonna put it on. Now wig grips can get a little bit tight around your head, so if you're someone that feels like feel like I cannot breathe, y'all, you can definitely go through my playlist. I show you how to install glueless wigs without using a wig grip. In this case we're gonna use it. Oh, it fits really snug. Okay, so I'm just making sure that it's on really well. I have not pulled anything back. Y'all know signature styles, take a pic. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this back. Now I'm checking out the hairline because I want to see if any work has been done. So we got a little bit of a pluck here, nothing too crazy. If you wanted to take this up a notch, you absolutely could. Now the first thing that I want to point out, now the wig grip is definitely making sure that this is not going anywhere, but I got a feeling we don't even need the wig grip. I don't necessarily think that the wig grip helps. It doesn't harm it, but it definitely doesn't help. I don't want to have to go in and apply makeup. I would rather not use it at all and kind of just install this as is, or you could actually apply some True Scalp tape right over the top of your cap. And let me just show you. Just gonna flip this back. No need to take it all the way off. And we always want to make sure that we put it a little bit in front of where the cap is. Y'all know I got a lot of forehead, so lucky for me, I got a lot of space to work with. All right, and then just pop it on top. Now we have the wig grip, which is gonna make sure it really does not budge. Y'all see, it's a lot going on up under here, okay? For that glueless, I promise you, you don't need this wig grip. But it does give you that extra security. Now, don't be letting me tell you steer you in the wrong direction. All right, instantly you guys can see the difference. What we will do is go ahead and apply a little bit of the True Scalp tape right in the center to do what it is that we needed to do. All right, so all that I'm gonna do from here is pretty much style. I'm not gonna actually add any additional like baby hair. We are not doing all of that. We're gonna take this unit as it is. I'm actually gonna add some curtain bangs to it. First things first, get that middle part on point. And as you guys can see, the lace actually melted right in, so that's not too much of a problem. I will say the hairline is a little bit more on the round side. I'm thinking that this is because this is more of like a closure unit that's just giving you a little bit extra lace, but for the most part, this is meant to be worn as a closure. So just beware, in case you guys are looking for a full frontal, be mindful that this breathable cap is more so of a 5x5 closure with a little bit of extra lace. So I'm gonna go ahead and just hit this with a hot comb. You guys have seen me do this so many times before. So I want the hair to have a little bit of volume, so I'm not gonna overkill with the hot comb. I do want, you know, just the top areas to kind of be laid down and blended, but I definitely don't want to do the most. Like, I'm not looking for a super flat down to my head. Y'all know, y'all have seen it. Now, the one thing that I will say is whenever you get a company that pre-styles, obviously just in transit, I mean, once you lay that wig down, 9 times out of 10, the curls are not gonna be in a way that you're gonna literally be able to just throw this on and go. You will still need to add some type of face frame. So we have just a few flyaways. Don't worry too much. I don't want this to be super laid down, but I am gonna take my Care wax stick just on my hand. Just warm it up a little bit. And then I'm literally gonna apply this to the tops of my hair. Just to give the unit a little bit more of a polished, like finished look. But again, we are not trying to overkill. We do not want this to be overly silked out. And you guys can see the difference that made. Now, the curls are large and in charge, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of shine spray just to add a little bit of a sheen. And it'll kind of help tame down the bulk of the curls as well. Because what I'm gonna do is actually just shape the hair from here. And you guys can see that line of like demarcation, obviously from straightening a little bit. So I'm just gonna take some hair from right behind my ear, throw the rest to the back. Same thing here. All right, so this is what we're gonna layer up. Now, I do actually want my curtain bangs to sit about here. So I want them to start here and they'll flip out just like this. So I'm actually gonna section this in half to probably frame about this much of my face. I feel like this is just enough. We have our 2 sections. Keep them in mind. Brush them together. They're already separated with the parts, so don't worry. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this down to my nose because this is where I want that curtain bang to sit. I'm gonna go ahead and place my fingers just like this. You got 2 fingers, place them like this, sitting right at the nose. I'm gonna twist forward. Same fingers on the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 and replace where my hand is now and twist it one more time. So let me show you that again. Essentially, we're going to be 1, all right, tip of the nose. We're gonna turn our hand to face our nose. And if I had the ability, I would just turn it again this way. But because I can't flip it back over, I'm gonna go ahead and just replace it with my other fingers. and use it to flip it across. So what this is gonna do is create a diagonal cut on both sides, and it'll make sure that it's even. Make sure that when you do this, you are confident the hair is pulled straight on both sides and you are comfortable with cutting. So if you need to lower this down towards the mouth, redo it, definitely feel free. I'm a little bit more experienced in doing it, so I don't mind. Then I'm gonna take the scissors right underneath my hand and start to cut straight across. All right, and when we release it, we should have even sides on both sides. Voila. There we go. We got our bangs. Now, we decide if we want to layer this up to continue to match this, or if we want to kind of stagger it and really make those layers dramatic and long. So what I'm gonna do, I don't want these to be super choppy and deep and cut so straight, well, more in a diagonal motion. You guys are gonna see, I'm literally just gonna take my razor comb, because I want this to be soft, taking the longest point, which is right underneath my chin, matching it up with this other strand of hair, and I'm going to begin to cut downward in a diagonal motion so that I get those layers just the same. Here you are. And then we want to take the hair from the back and we want to connect that as well. So now we have, this is the shortest strand, we want to connect this with this. So let's go ahead and just drag that down. So now we have one even cut that's giving us a lot of volume, a lot of texture right around the face framing area, so that when we go to curl it, it'll be nice and pretty. Now, if you want to drag these layers out, you can, but you already see what we're going for on this side versus what we have over here. So before we get into layering this up any more than we already have, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on this side and just match up this layer. Now the goal is not for us to create the curtain bang all the way around and finishing that layer. I really wanna just focus it here, but what I do wanna do is add a little bit of texture in this area. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take the top layer, just the top layer right behind my ear, just the top layer. Find the shortest piece. And you see how there's like no connected layers here? Is literally just what we cut, which was obviously in the front going along the side, and then of course the regular length of the hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and just drag that shortest piece down to finish the layer. All right, so I just threw some flips, some curls, a little bit of what was already there in the hair, and I'm just literally gonna go ahead and brush this out. Somehow this turned into like a cute little fringe bang and I'm loving it. Anyway, as you guys can see, I've added a few curls to it. I did go ahead and just like lightly trim this little area up just a teensy tiny bit. I still have my middle part, y'all. Yes, this is glueless, no baby hair, none of the plucking, no tweezing, and even easier, you get to plop this baby on and go straight out of the door. So of course I did kind of keep the length. If you guys did actually see my previous curtain bang video, you guys know I chopped it up to about a bob. But if you are somebody that wants a little bit more texture, a little bit more length, then I would definitely recommend doing something a little bit more soft and fringy. That way you don't have to worry about doing a super clean cut Chinese bang. You can still wear this in a middle part or even a side part. You can literally do that C part, flip this baby over, you got you a side part wig. Okay, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I wasn't really sure where we were going with this. I mean, the hair is super soft, bouncy. I did actually get some shedding. I don't know if that was just from me cutting, trimming it. Obviously there's going to be some type of shed hair, but so far so good. The density is perfect because any thicker than this, we will be giving 70s, 80s, Tina Turner, which way are we going, okay? Anyway, I absolutely love the way that the hair looks. So I gotta give it to Love Me. This is a game changer. I mean, a truly effortless installation. It's giving the uncompromising quality, ready to go. And y'all know the price is exactly where it needs to be. I am definitely a supporter of like self-expression. So y'all know switching it up is everything. Today we're giving very much Auntie Shirley, sometimes Beverly, depending on how you feel. But either way, as long as you are switching it up, I am happy and proud of you. Step outside of your comfort zone, do the little fringe bang, send me pictures, of course. If you guys are not already following me on Instagram, TikTok, what are you doing? Where have you been? Definitely make sure to check out the description box for a direct link to the unit along with any coupon codes and all the additional stuff that I usually put there. My final thoughts will actually be listed. So if you guys did not know, I do actually have a rubric that goes over the quality, the price, the style, the packaging, and then of course how custom it is. So definitely make sure to check that out, because if you guys are in the mood for a new look, you are definitely gonna want to know, is this baby worth your buck? Now in my opinion, straight out of the box, I'm gonna say yes. This is definitely something you can throw on and go. The price point is actually perfect. I know sometimes y'all are like, Chrissy, them wigs is just a little too expensive. I get it, okay? Love Me is here to save the day. I am loving what this looks like. Let me actually show you guys the back, because so far so good. Obviously you're seeing it from the front. I have on this cute like Playboy little t-shirt that I've had for freaking ever. And the best part about this, y'all, literally my head started itching as soon as I put my fingers in it. But guess what? It's a breathable cap. I can easily get to my head. I can scratch. Ooh. Oh, hold on, y'all. I can scratch my scalp if I need to. Y'all, why is my head itching like this all of a sudden? Anyway, I can get to my scalp without a problem. This hair is super breathable. The cap is definitely upgraded. I have not seen any other companies with this cap as of right now. The stretch, surprisingly, I still have on that wig grip and my head is not feeling too tight. Like I said before, the cap is amazing construction. So if for any reason you feel like you don't want to do the wig band, baby, don't do it. Leave it out. Okay, it is pre-plucked, pre-bleached. If you want to do the true scalp tape, cheers to you. And that is pretty much it for this video. I am liking what this looks like. I feel like I just took a trip down like early 2000s. I don't even know. I just love these cute little pieces that are out. Like adding layers to your unit takes it up a notch. So, and all of my mirrors are super far away. So I'm hoping that I'm looking as beautiful as I feel. I'm telling you, me with the bang, top tier. Okay, top tier. I love this so much. Oh, this is cute. So we can just focus on the smile, okay? So cute. Let me know if you guys enjoy or prefer me to do the talk throughs instead of doing voiceovers, just because it is a way to kind of loosen up and it doesn't feel so tutorial-ish. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. Stay pretty, and of course I will see you in my very next video. Bye babies.